Okay, I'd like to call this meeting to order at 5:05. I'd like to welcome Alana to our group.
Thank you.
Alana.
Thank you. Thank you.
Um, 6-second delay.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we're good. I just muted it. Yeah.
Okay. So let's see. We have regrets from Hari, but we don't have absent from George.
He said he'd be here, but maybe something came up.
Okay,
Maybe he's gonna be late.
probably. Okay.
I just saw him a couple days ago and he said he'd be here, so.
All right, so a motion, do we want to excuse both George or just leave it until George comes?
If he comes, I guess, if he doesn't come.
Can I have a motion to excuse Hari, please? Okay, Joanne and Joyce. All in favor? Okay. Any additions to the agenda? Okay, are we using,
So I'm just reusing the papers.
good for you, I'm going, what's the vehicle
I
expected?
was wondering.
Let me find out if there's any dirt. Oops.
It's the old things. I just.
Very glad you're using.
That's my mom.
reusing.
My mom does that.
So has everyone had an opportunity to look at the agenda?
Yeah, but I forget what it was on.
That's okay. I don't think there's anything too controversial. So could we have a mover and seconder for that the agenda be accepted? Reese, Joyce, we'll just go back and forth unless you want to jump in. Any pecuniary interests? All right, did everyone have an opportunity to read the minutes of May 8th? Two. Did you get to see them?
I think it did. Yeah.
So what do we want to do? We'll just move by Joanne, seconded
Yeah,
were you here?
Joyce was here last meeting.
You worked here?
I think I was, yeah.
Moved
Sure it was. Maybe third, second, yeah,
What,
first.
7th.
Sure I was here.
8th.
8th.
I'm sure I was.
All in favor? Okay. Delegations, business arising from the minutes. Okay. Action items. Climate action plan.
Jennifer Esposito.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what do you want me to do? Send an email to her or we are just.
It would be interesting to see where it's at. This climate action plan is supposed to, well, we're supposed to be invited to the council meeting when it's presented. It's, so,
So do you want me to send an email to her?
yeah, just inquiring as to the status.
Yeah.
Now, did Jody send his regrets?
Jody is off for today and tomorrow, so.
Okay. So we don't know anything about this wood chipping. Okay.
Or about bringing into council the adopt a block. Is that coming to June council meeting or?
So, but I'll check the thing.
Yeah, maybe just send them a quick email, just be like, is it gonna come to the June?
When's the June council meeting?
17 or 18.
16th, isn't it? Is it, no, 16th is Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
I think it's the 18th.
Okay.
18th is a Friday.
Is it?
All right, so curbside swap continues to just thrive. So many people are still joining.
I know, every day there's somebody
I
new.
put stuff out and it's gone.
And we had a community-wide swap, but Kayla suggests that we change the name to Community Giveaway Weekend because it's not a swap.
Yeah, I mean, none of it's a
Right.
swap.
There you go. Yeah, and then it's just continued on since then. People are just putting everything. We don't even need to be part of it, actually.
So, composting options, I was hoping Now, do we know Tyler expressed an interest in joining this committee?
Mhm.
And I said he had to apply, but he wouldn't be official until the council meeting. But I'm not sure if he's sent in an application.
I haven't heard anything from Ashley, so
Okay.
I can comment on that.
When did he say that? Because last year he said he was far.
No, I know, just on one of his deliveries to me, and I just
Okay.
said, yeah. Like he tells me he can't grow the garden because he's too busy, but I mean, you can take an evening to come to this. Like, I think he would be a real asset.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. So anyway, he is doing the weekly composting
Hmm.
and
Somebody phoned me and said they wanted to get part of it and apparently called up and got part of it. So is it not oversold? It's not sold out
What?
then?
What do you
The
mean?
composting.
Oh, is he only taking so many people?
Yeah, I think there's only 50 people.
yeah, but he also has, you can take your composting to his home
Yeah,
or you can take it to mile 5.
he's got bins.
So if you could just do it yourself, it wouldn't be a pickup, like the
Yeah.
pickup is
Okay.
limited to
Pickup is,
50.
so I'm wondering if the pickup is full.
I don't know. Like I know when he comes and delivers my stuff, he's got the big bin in the back of his truck and he's obviously picking it up along the way. So
I'm still using my food cycler.
me too.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Yeah, yep, still going strong.
Good.
I like
I've
it.
had mine for a bazillion years.
Yeah, it's
So,
good.
but it really doesn't compost. I
It
mean,
dehydrates
it just dehydrates it.
and grinds.
Yeah, so if you put it out raw like that, you're gonna get an animal in your,
Well, my neighbor has one and she adds water to it just to mush it all up before she puts it in her garden. She said it smells so good and my dog loves it.
well,
Got into it. The dirt that she poured it into, he just loved it.
well, that's the thing. Like, I mean, I think it depends. If it's just vegetables, it might be a different story. But I mean, I put chicken bones and
Yeah.
fish,
Yeah.
so that's,
Do they break down?
oh yeah, they're just little, it's powdery,
Okay.
but it's still to an animal, it's gonna smell.
Oh, you betcha, yeah.
So I'm tempted, Raj keeps saying that he's gonna use that. We have barrels of it. And but you can also take that to Tyler's.
I
He'll
think he
take,
could.
Okay, yeah.
He would
Yeah.
take it.
he would take it. He uses it as the layer,
Right.
so, right, yeah. Anyway,
Well, I'm glad he's doing it. That's so good.
Mhm.
okay, communication and education. I mean, we do our,
Wonder if we should get an ad in the paper about being ready for a forest fire evacuation if this gets worse.
Good. Yep. I'm surprised the fire department hasn't done that.
oh, I would think so. I mean, the fire department, the municipality, I don't know
They should be doing that.
if it's our responsibility.
Bring it to council, Joyce.
Or I'll just take it to the CAO.
Oh, okay, well, there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's in
Okay.
charge of any
Yeah.
communication and yeah. Okay.
Okay, so community garden.
Is it wooden yet?
Came in
Okay.
last weekend
Yeah.
and the beds got repaired, finished on Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Long story, and because we're being recorded, I will not repeat the story.
Okay.
You know the story?
Yeah.
See me later.
Yeah.
So anyway, yes, but
Yeah.
could you, I don't know if you can send me email or if it's Jody to ask Miriam, not Miriam, but Meredith, about the grass cutting up at the garden, because the grass is higher than this. I keep stepping on it.
Is there grass in the garden?
Yes.
And they cut in between.
Yeah, they come in and they whippersnipper, they mow all the way around. Yeah, they do a really good job. Really good job.
So no ticks. Honest to God, we have ticks in our,
Oh, you know what? I haven't even noticed. I haven't noticed.
Haven't had any, yeah.
You got lots in your yard?
had it, but we've had deer forever. We've never had a tick. And I haven't had a tick, but Terry Lynn has. So, I mean, that's the
I
first.
usually get one on me when I go to my daughter's, but in Manitoba, because it's like they fall out of me. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
but like Rupert's got medication, so they're not attaching.
Why do animals get medication, but humans can't?
I don't know. Yeah, yeah, you'd think, eh?
Anyway,
So just the grass cutting thing?
Yeah, just the grass cutting, and pray for rain.
you have dirt for those new beds?
Oh, sorry, the new beds are not made. I said to Richard, don't worry about the new beds. Let's just concentrate on repairing the ones that are there because I would never get around to filling them in order to use them like this summer. So in the fall, I'll ask Jody or come September, I'll just put that on their
So,
sketch to get them made and then see what kind of money we've got to order more dirt because the other beds need to be topped up. They're sinking just with, and shifting obviously too, so. But
I
you gotta
wonder
go up and
how,
see, you gotta go up and see the repairs.
a picture says 1,000 words. I'm just wondering, I wonder, Terry Donovan and Al Curtis screen Black Earth and,
Oh, do they?
yeah, so, and deliver. I'm just wondering how generous they are.
Oh, why don't you have a chat with them? Cause you're kind of close.
But would you want it now or in the fall?
Probably the fall because I can't put it in the beds now. Everybody's
Wanted.
sewed. But I have two empty beds, plus then there'd be the two new beds, but preferably the fall because I have to fertilize this year too, so I've got to throw manure in. So we could do all that together. Yeah, that would, if they would, like usually I get Mark Mosier and he's cheap for half ton or whatever it is you call it. But I think I'm gonna need more than a half ton. So, I mean, I've got money because I sold the greenhouse. So just ask them what they would, yeah,
Okay.
'cause that would be great.
Yeah, because I know they collect from new areas if there's any blueberry or whatever you call the black earth when they're
Yeah,
excavating,
yeah.
and they take it and they screen it, so it's really quite lovely.
Oh, well, the dirt I was getting from Mark was really good too. Didn't have any wood and all that stuff in it.
Now, who said that? What was it that they had a giveaway that they had? Oh my God.
Who had a
Oh,
giveaway?
it was the library, the plant sale.
Oh, yeah.
And somebody, it might have been, it was Perrin, I think, that donated dirt
Yeah,
for, for a prize kind of
Yeah.
thing.
okay. Yeah, because I've had him deliver before too.
It had a lot of wood in it.
Yeah, it wasn't the cleanest.
Mm.
Mark's was really good. I had him twice. I think I marked twice. Yeah.
Well, I'll ask.
Yeah, just see what they say and yeah,
Okay.
don't want to take advantage of them. but- So all they can say is no, or quote you a price for a
Mhm.
big truckload.
Okay, sounds good. All right, municipal projects, obviously, we're not getting an update on that. Environmental recognition. Huh. No, I actually even talked to Tracy personally
Oh, yeah.
about getting a picture from them so we could recognize them. Still forgot that yet.
Tracy-
Any ideas of people we can recognize? Tracy?
From Fresh
From
Market.
Fresh Market, because they're trying to do
Say
more
their
local.
picture will be out soon.
No, they haven't, it's been months since I've been after them because I wanted to recognize the fact that they're doing some in-house stuff, right? Locally sourced. And whoever the manager is said he wanted them to have their picture, Tracy and Todd, and it's just been a go around.
Mm.
If you can think of anybody that needs to be recognized,
Been doing this
I mean, we've recognized a lot of people.
3 or 4 years.
Is there, was
Tiny.
there anyone at the
Well-
market that was
Not many people though.
homemade stuff or recycled stuff that you noticed? I didn't go to the market, so
I walked in, bought a dozen cookies from whatever, and turned around and walked out because there really was, I mean, there's jewelry and, you know, like,
Yeah, there wasn't like food products.
so.
Maybe a little early. Probably the June one, there'd be more of
I
it.
mean, the 807 co-op is gonna be delivering to Sioux.
Oh, yeah.
If you just,
So, right? Or no?
well, Tyler's the one that, it's actually his mom that's going to be picking it up and bringing it. And that's a weekly, it's like this weekly thing. You buy it for the year and,
Oh.
10 weeks and they bring fresh stuff in. So,
I saw you, I think it was your post,
oh,
and I went, that's a good idea. So I signed up.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's pretty,
I'm
like,
excited.
and unfortunately, I thought it was supposed to start last week. It's not going to start till after the full moon.
Yeah, exactly. And so I thought the same thing. I thought we were getting something on May 28th, the way it was written.
I know.
But then Tyler, I mentioned to him, oh, I'll see you in a couple of days with a, he said, well, they haven't contacted me with any
They haven't-
information.
and they said, didn't they get an email? I went,
So then I see the June 10th about the full moon. So, but we'll get asparagus. I'm
yeah.
looking forward to that.
Asparagus.
Yeah, kind of cool.
Here, I'm sure I'll be going by then.
Well, I'll take your box.
I'm gonna try and give
Yeah.
it to the people looking after our place, but
And have we gone through all the people that pick up garbage around, like if we honored them?
I thought we did it as a group, didn't we? I mean, give me a name.
We had the litter campaign.
Publication,
Yeah.
but it wasn't part of,
Adopt the
Yeah.
block, once we get
Put
that.
it as the litter campaign.
like the house steppers and the Corrine Surson and, we did Friesen, didn't we?
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
okay, so locally sourced food and self-sustainability, there's your 807 co-op and, oops, sorry, I'll take that out. I just hope that we get more people at the market, but farmers are retiring, and the ones that are servicing the Dryden area don't really want to.
That's up at the garden.
You could.
Yeah, you probably could.
I give it to the food bank.
Yeah, the food bank, yeah, we get the
With
food
the
bank.
food bank.
Why don't we, recognize the food bank for doing the grow a row and,
Well, that's not the food bank.
It's not the food bank.
Food bank.
What
no?
I would like to see, it's like teach you how to fish, It would be nice if the food bank people would encourage the clients that they're serving
I
I,
asked her that.
to go and grow a row.
I've asked her, but maybe when they get this new building, there might be room to put in some beds that they can grow their own to add to the boxes. Yeah, I mentioned that too, like,
to teach.
like we give two, but let's teach them how to grow. Let's reasonable, get a pot. Throw some seeds in.
I mean, you don't have to have a yard.
No,
You can grow.
in a pot. Yeah.
Anyway. Okay, so do you remember that man that we recognized who had a greenhouse? And I think he was out on Moosehorn or something.
Yeah.
Is he still around?
No,
McDonald?
I really don't know, because I thought of that before too. I was wondering if he still had it. Cause he went like into the fall, like November
Yeah,
too, didn't he? Yeah.
This was in the ground, I think. Okay, yeah.
Is the Friendship Center still using their greenhouse?
I think they do for programming, but as when I
Yeah.
walk by, I can't see anything in there. But mind you, I'm on the other side of the road, so possibly they are for programming. I'll go walk in there tomorrow.
But I mean, there's a perfect spot it's a pretty big greenhouse, right? So,
But what about, I'm just thinking, when I talked to someone like Pat Duran, like she grew up here in Sioux Lookout and it was very poor. And she just says, we recycled everything.
Yeah,
Didn't
yeah.
throw anything out. I mean, they make these sweaters, they make new sweaters out of old sweaters and, stuff like that. And,
Those were the days when the mothers did not work, because my mom was the same way.
yeah,
Everything I wore was
Roger's mom worked, she kept all the
Yeah.
buttons and
yeah, the flour bags, you name it.
Yeah.
They kept it.
So would there be anybody here of that generation that we could interview about growing up in Sioux Lookout?
They probably are dead or got dementia.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, even someone like Pat Uren might be able to talk about.
Yeah, to talk about it, yeah, because
Yeah.
she lives in Hudson, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. So. You know, like for them, they're kind of laughing at the whole recycle thing. They said, this is, we do it, you know, no big deal. We just do it, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't throw out our,
And canning and
Yeah.
preserving, my
Yeah.
mom did all that, my grandmother.
What do we, about canning? That's a good point. For canning, why don't we recognize Kathy Morris then?
Did we do her?
Did we do her already?
I think
For her
yeah,
canning of the jams and jars and everything?
yeah, we did it for
A lot
her.
of people do that too.
Yeah, that's true. But maybe that could,
She was redoing old blankets or something. like
yeah, get people, you know what I mean? Because I tried canning one time and mold got into it.
that.
I
Yeah.
don't know what I did wrong.
Sterilized.
I didn't, I don't think I got the air out of it, or maybe air creeped in somehow, I got mold.
Yeah, I'll have to
Yeah.
think about that.
Certainly. Let's think of some.
Well, are there any of the Indian families that do something that they, like say what they did in India and are doing it now in Canada, like any of our Indian families? There be any,
Like this is like a gardening, you mean?
no, like recycling or doing something to recycle old materials and stuff?
I have to think about.
Okay, yeah.
If I think about it,
Yeah,
yeah, okay, it next me for sure, yes.
Yeah. This is our last meeting till September, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, till September, yes, you're right.
Okay.
So travel. then.
You get the summer. Okay, good timing.
so waste reduction, I guess this is when we should talk
Think
about.
about the climate action plan.
That was the first one I talked about.
One. That's when you were supposed to do Jen Esposito.
Okay.
Waste reduction, this will be your, oh no, the municipal litter is different. Okay, waste reduction and diversion, that would have been dealing with things like chipping and that kind of stuff to keep it out and, the hazardous waste, oh, can you try and find out?
Oh, yeah.
The words, yeah.
Oh dear, excuse me.
Sorry, which one?
Hazardous waste. If there's some kind of a date, or are we gonna be advertising, or, you know, keep your waste.
Or
The public works, they just wanted to keep it like a secret. I don't want to tell the thing.
Why not? Yeah.
That's the end. But I can try, I can loop in Matt.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll give us. They'll tell us that they don't know the date yet, but I somehow think that
They should know.
we should know the date. And I do think we should be encouraging people to keep their paint cans and keep all that stuff and bring it.
I gotta
I
think.
know, but not everybody has the opportunity to keep it, but
Yeah.
like the year that we were in Winnipeg, I mean, all of a sudden it was advertised like for 2 days later and all our stuff was still at home and we weren't, you know, like we need to be above board about when it's happening. We could do it on the our webpage, or I mean our Facebook
we should
page,
do
say
Advertising
hazardous.
Like save all your hazardous waste until September when the, yeah, date or no date.
And this one as an action item, so we will have always that until September.
Okay.
And then in first week of September, when we have a meeting, we should ask Jody as well that he can reach out as well. So,
But if you could put a little bugaboo in somebody's ear about advertising for hazardous waste. I mean, we had sandwich boards made up and they disappeared.
Not all of them.
Yeah, two of them.
Two in Sioux Lookout.
Oh,
Only one that's left is the one in Hudson.
forget, and, oh,
They're both gone. So saying keep your hazardous waste. So, anyway. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know, like Roger says, we should have a billboard that says, keep your hazardous waste, but then is that kind of the thing that you drive by and you forget about it? I don't know,
Yeah.
like my ironing, yeah.
Darn.
Anyway,
It's usually in September, right?
Yeah, end of September.
yeah,
So are we gonna post on the social media in the first week of September?
I think I will post right now on our environment page to say, keep your hazardous waste.
Poster, right? The one which we,
I probably do.
yeah, so you're gonna post it on a.
I'll post it on the environment committee's page. But if we could get it on the municipal social media, remember, does anybody go on that?
Well, one thing people might want to know too is that, like, to keep bottles that have had junk in it, like I did some drainage today, yeah. Like, I don't know that people think that that's hazardous, but it's not, like the bottle itself.
Anything that has a hand on it or an exploding thing, that's hazardous. waste. Paint cans.
Mhm.
If you have that poster, could you
I-
be able to send me that on email and then I'll send email to Chris?
Try and find it.
Because I don't have that in my system.
But it might be, even if you go on the website and just go back.
Yeah, like it hasn't changed any. I mean, you keep your fluorescent light bulbs and your batteries and, all those things.
A lot of new people, they may not be aware, so wouldn't hurt.
Mhm, mhm,
Well, because we do get new people,
mhm,
keep it out of the landfill.
mhm.
So. Okay, anything else about that then? No. All right, municipal litter strategy, go take it away.
Yeah, I guess the only thing is just like when it comes, it has to be approved by council. So hopefully it'll be coming to the June meeting. I think just follow with Jody, they'll be doing a staff report in the June meeting. So once council approves it, then we can really get the ball rolling on it.
You explain to what?
Yeah.
What?
So let me see if I can go on with notes from me, and George. Yeah.
Didn't, at our last meeting, we were gonna bring it to the last council meeting?
Yeah, but then it was already too late.
Oh,
So
okay.
then it was talking about going for June. I'm like, okay, perfect.
And normally, we still have snow right now.
So yeah, the motion was environmental committee requests the municipality buy 25 pickers and 200 label clear plastic bags for the purpose of an adopt a block campaign that would enlist community members and organizations which they would be responsible to pick up litter. The environmental committee will approach the Chamber of Commerce to be the distributor of the bags and the pickers. So the only thing that the town would have to buy would just be the 25 pickers and the 200 clear label, clear plastic bags that would have the logo on them. Because that would mean that, because it's trying to replicate what they're doing in Kenora, where they have the clear plastic bags with the Kenora logo on it. So that means the public works employees would see that and they will pick it up.
They would know.
Yeah, they would know that these are people who picked up garbage. You have to bring it to the public works garage or wherever they bring garbage.
And I just interject, it's not the environmental, it's the environment.
Sorry, the environment, environmental, the environment committee, yeah, so the environment committee, yeah. So this is kind of like a partnership, right? So again, the only thing that town would be buying would just be the 200 clear plastic bags and 200 like little pickers, want to call them,
And print off the labels.
and print off the labels, yeah.
The bag.
And so the environment committee would just be working with the Chamber of Commerce so that they go to the TIC center to pick up the pickers and the clear plastic bags.
Now, didn't we say that we might, like, if Alana, for example, wanted to, adopt Sturgeon Meadows.
Sturgeon Meadows.
Yeah.
You know,
Sturgeon
that
River
we
Road.
could have a,
Road.
All the roads, all the roads.
Roads.
like have,
Oh.
you know, other places have signs saying thank you to the road.
Yes.
On the expo, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, they might cost a bit of money, but it would be nice to recognize the people that have said, I will, this is my,
Mhm. I wonder if maybe we can reach out to the Rotary, because when they did their community service signs, they would do something like that. Big thank you to the Adopt a Block people. I don't know. Thank you to Adopt a Block, people who adopted a block, names and Joyce Simpson, Queen Street. I don't know. Yeah.
But then
So and so,
maybe
King Street.
people wouldn't do it on an annual basis, so then
When we, yeah,
we
maybe that could be, I don't know, a sign. I mean, a sign, yeah,
put it in the paper online,
yeah.
yeah.
what would be nice, if somebody's gonna adopt a block, we should
Nice
recognize
them,
Yeah,
yeah.
recognize, it, but not necessarily a sign.
No,
Road.
I get
Because
pictures.
it's gonna disappear anyway.
Yeah, you gotta maintain them,
Yeah.
and then people change, you know, it's, so you could get into trying to always keep up with it.
Maybe if we can do like.
Online is fine.
Yeah.
And then,
It's online. Recognizing them online.
So Lana, is there a lot of garbage on Drayton and Sturgeon?
Yeah, absolutely.
Say?
Oh, and I'd like to find the person that likes to throw the person who throws their Mentos wrappers.
that's the worst.
I don't know, and I pick up Mentos wrappers starting at Lincoln Trail. I think it's somebody who lives at Lincoln Trailer Park.
Maybe-
I do, and every few feet, there's a Mentos wrapper and another one. It's like the worst thing on Drayton and Sturgeon River Road.
things, yeah.
It's ridiculous. I'm like,
Tim
there's a
Hortons
person,
cups.
and it's the little Mentos wrapper
Yeah, those little small ones, yeah.
in your pocket. I've seen so many. In fact, I want to actually gather a pile
Yeah,
and take a picture and say, I've collected all your Mentos wrappers. If you want to come get them,
yeah,
throw them out.
yeah.
You know what's nice? That's a shame, like, to me, that's perfect, like, put a picture.
Yeah, I had to reach out to CN, I know the other day,
Huh?
you know, cutting garbage.
Yeah.
And they didn't pick up the garbage before they, sorry, they didn't pick up the garbage before they cut the grass.
Oh, yeah,
Walking to the beach where the thing I noticed
I saw that.
all these little pieces of bags, and I took a photo. And when I was at the Roma conference in 2025, there was the guy there at the what do I call, like a little vendor fair, and he gave me his number. He's like, if you have any issues, I'm your man. And I was like, I don't think you know what you're getting yourself into there, buddy.
Yeah.
I called him, I emailed, I took the photos, and it was a very professional. I wasn't like saying CN. I was like, I have the email here. Like it was just saying that this is a really front facing downtown Sioux lookout. You know, it's just very unfortunate that there was no here. Let me
Somebody, I don't know if you're talking about the parking lot by the,
beside the email, yeah, beside the
it was terrible. There was just chewed up coffee cups and plastic and, you know, yeah, there's garbage and it's really unfortunate, but you don't just, it doesn't mulch, you know? If you
They
mowed
moved it.
They just mowed it.
It's cigarette butts that drive. me
Yeah,
nuts.
so pretty much like I just said, like very,
In front of the Legion, it's disgusting.
yeah, so basically
Mm.
I just said good morning, this person's name, because they're the a municipal liaison person. So pretty much he said, if you have any issue with CN, like I'm the person you reach out to. And I just said, I'm writing to bring to your attention an issue I observed at CN base on Front Street in Sioux Lookout. Earlier today, I witnessed employees cutting the grass on the property. Unfortunately, it appeared that no effort was made to pick up any of the garbage on the ground before mowing began. As a result, the trash was shredded by the lawnmowers. It is now scattered across the property in small pieces, making the area look unsightly and neglected. It's disappointing to see this kind of carelessness, whether it was due to oversight or simply a lack of initiative, especially in such a visible and public-facing location. Now, rather than a simple cleanup beforehand, someone will have to spend significantly more time and effort to pick up the pieces left behind. Please see the photos attached. I hope that CN will take the steps to ensure that future grounds maintenance includes proper cleanup protocols beforehand. Maintain that clean and presentable property reflects on your organization and its role in our community. If you would like, I can pick up the garbage tomorrow before my work shift and I can invoice you for my time. And
Or
yeah.
just light a match and
No.
burn the grass, you know.
So then it was, yeah, so
Ew.
I had seen reach out to me and they're like, we're looking into it. And I was like,
Yeah.
not mad, but it's just like, it's so dude, because I remember I used to cut grass to my boss back in the day. And he would always say, you pick up garbage. So if you
Yeah, well,
ruin my lawn, it's coming out your paycheck. And I was like, okay.
My gosh.
Thank you for doing that.
Yeah, so
Very good.
Sam,
it's just frustrating to see. I'm like, hey, it's not there's one pop can, now there's a million pieces of pop can. So like tomorrow's coming, there's a million pieces of this, and it's gonna blow in the wind, it's gonna get everywhere. And I'm like,
Well, I still don't know who picked up all that garbage between the senior center and, you know, whatever. And it's all
is this
still,
cities?
still there.
really?
You mean they picked it up and then did?
Somebody picked up a whole bunch of garbage by the new Kowloon and, you know, in back in there.
Yeah.
They actually piled it against our garbage box.
When you were doing the
And
repainting.
stucco so Boris had to move all the garbage away. So, and he did communicate with the municipality about it. But I mean, and then I put it on Facebook. Who did this? Like, who is this? Pick it up, you know, like take it to the dump, do whatever. But I mean, there were things like
So Tim didn't do it or well, nobody's at Kowloon now.
like it was, you know, those umbrella stands or something that are like a bazillion pounds.
Yeah.
You know, those kinds of things were there. So where did it come from?
Where'd that come from?
Hmm.
Well, people were camping out in there, so sometimes they bring things there.
Even Fedorchuk said, watch where you're walking because there's needles all over.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And these guys come in from Dryden to beautify our building and anyway.
Okay.
Well, maybe we just have to clean that up and take it to the dump. If I had a truck, I'd do it, but I don't have a truck.
Mhm. I did talk to Brian about whoever's in charge has to put up a fence there. Cause we're gonna clean it
Who
up.
owns that land?
Yeah, that's what I think is it who needs to clear it?
Apparently our garbage box is not on our property. Our property ends at that wall.
Oh, okay.
So-
So where's our box then? There's one between,
Yeah.
Charlie's and us, or, no, Kowloon and Charlie's.
Well, Donnie Lee owns the Kowloon
Yeah, he still owns
Does
the
it?
building, he still owns it.
and the Charlie's Diner.
Oh,
He owns those
I
two.
didn't know that.
Charlie pays rent to Donnie Lee.
Oh, I thought so. I thought he.
so now we.
He leased on.
But the new Kowloon was bought by
Well, I know Charlie does pay rent to Donnie Lee.
Donnie for
Hey,
that.
the Kowloon, maybe I'm wrong about
The
that one.
Kowloon was purchased by the people who own Signatures.
I don't think it was signatures. No. I maybe it's.
Yeah, the woman that runs Signature, it's her husband.
No,
Danica?
Yeah, I was sure it was.
I don't
And
think.
then they were renovating it and they were supposed to open a restaurant, but I think that sort of went by the.
It's been renovated. I mean, people are still living upstairs. I see people coming down.
Yeah, people live upstairs. Yeah, I don't know.
That building needs to be like torn down.
Yeah, anyway. But I mean, yeah, it needs somehow, we need to find out who owns that property.
Be well,
There you go.
I don't know
Who's
if
the
it's-
lands person? Isn't that Jody?
yeah,
Yeah.
well, they're right behind it there.
Yeah, but Wawate has their place fenced and stuff.
Yeah, they
You
have.
know, so they probably don't own that little strip
Yeah,
of.
I don't think they own that strip. I
That
think.
road man's and no time.
It's a back alley.
Yeah,
Well, make it
we have to.
internally then, you know?
Yeah, reach out to Jody and be like, who would the town reach out to be like, you have to build a fence or
But
that
I do believe we have asked this question
multiple times. Yeah.
you know, and
It's Jody. Jody's the land person, isn't he? Isn't that his role? Yeah.
so
No.
we would like to know who owns that piece of property behind the new Kowloon and Charlie's and the senior center. And
So the box, the garbage box between the center and Charlie's.
that's not ours.
Whose is that? Charlie's?
Yes.
I saw somebody taking garbage out of it.
Oh, is that right? Yeah, our little box is between Wawate and our.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I remember Zeke saying, we don't even own that land, so we're basically putting our garbage, you know. But I mean, if they fence it in, then we'll have to find, you know,
So is
just.
municipality coming and emptying that, taking the garbage out of
Well,
it?
no, Zeke comes and puts it to the curb.
Oh,
Whatever day it is.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
so. Anyway, that's the story of our garbage.
I've picked up behind there, behind the senior center. That's quite a dumping ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Apparently, it's quite a toilet. Hopefully it's
Yeah,
changed.
dumping in more ways than one.
Yeah, exactly.
Charlie Senior Center and what else?
New Cowley,
The old New Kowloon restaurant
the
building.
old New Cowley.
The old New Kowloon. Yeah,
Kowloon's, Kowloon. Kowloon, it's a Chinese restaurant. It used to be.
It was good too. That was
Closed.
good.
Yeah.
It's closed.
It's closed, yeah,
Yeah.
it's been closed for years. Yeah. So I guess if whoever the owner is, like, if Charlie's is owned by Donnie, then he's gotta get on it.
Hmm. Mhm.
Yeah.
Stuff out the highway that's quite the
Yes.
eyesore.
That's his eyesore as well.
So anyway,
Okay.
okay, so now we're on to.
Just ask a quick question. So the pickers for the garbage, do people sign them out? Or do they get to keep them?
Yeah, they were like sign them out and then
Sign them out.
when you're done with them, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Do we have any left? Did they go?
Whatever we had, we gave it to the rich, and I guess he bring it to facilities or maybe rec center to, because guys pick up at the town beach, so they are using it.
Okay.
So now we have to find.
Came out of our money.
Yeah.
We want
Should they,
rebate.
Mhm.
well, some were given away before. I have one that.
I have one too.
Yeah, go into yeah.
6 or 7 of them which were left.
Yeah,
That's went to the rich, and rich gave to public works and.
Yeah. I use mine all the time, yeah.
Yeah,
did,
and you have the list, right? How many we had and the list.
yeah, but I don't know whether the Burkholders took theirs with, probably didn't.
Oh, yeah.
Burkholders, we didn't get theirs and the
Went in their
Hostetler.
yard sale.
Yeah. All right.
Stettlers had them, and did Jennifer have one?
She thinks she wants, yeah.
Yeah, we should get hers.
Yeah.
Jennifer.
Well, people doing that they've earned their picker.
Yes, they do.
That's one way of looking at it, yes.
Mhm.
If they're going to vote, they earned their pick.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So when it comes to adopt a block, are you kind of organizing it that people will sign up? Like you'll say, okay, Queen Street from here to here, you sign up. Drayton Road, somebody will sign up, maybe not the whole thing though,
Yeah, we're not,
because you got the block and you got a road.
yeah.
Like take more than one block too.
Yeah, exactly.
I think just a sign up sheet that's like your name, where you're gonna do it, right? Queen Street from 8th Avenue to 4th Avenue, right? Something like that, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Have you talked to Public Works and asked them if there's any areas that kind of like aren't a block?
Mhm.
They'd be an area that would need more vigilant attention.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Get a help too.
Yeah, we have get a map and may highlight these and the more like you want to do like the Wellington Street, by Tim Hortons, because that's like what everybody goes through and
Us going up to the hospital, I think, is a busy.
That's a
Yeah.
good.
beach.
Yeah, we the hostel.
yeah, but also keep in mind too, we're all getting $15,000 worth of new garbage bins this year.
Oh.
Yeah, because
Rebuilt?
that was no, because those are American. So we're buying Canadian-made garbage bins. So in the last meeting, I think, actually maybe 2 meetings ago, Carly and Meredith are going to map out where they need the most.
Oh.
So when we buy them or when they're bought, they're going to be put in places that are more, because I asked, because we have only one garbage bin in all of Hudson. So I asked we could put one more by the fire hall,
Only one?
and only one right in front of the hall there. That's the only garbage bin we have in all of Hudson. And it's full of household trash. I think somebody's throwing out their household trash in it. So I'm like, maybe can we put a new one in by the fire hall? At least now there's two, right? Going for a walk, you can put it there. But we had our community cleanup in Hudson. We picked up, I think it was 7 bags of garbage. That was pretty good. Not as bad,
Mhm.
but
So how many garbage cans does $15,000 buy?
hopefully enough. Hopefully,
Like, do you know? Like, is
no,
it be
Well,
like,
what did the
I'm sure,
buddy thing
should be like,
the big belly.
Belly.
So I think we wanted 3 and we only had enough to buy 2. And I think it was, how much was it? It was 10,000. But the issue, because there was an import fee, it was in US dollars. This was last summer, right? Maybe with a Canadian made one, maybe we can get more bang for our buck. Because we're not,
Are they the same as the ones we've got?
no, like, I don't know what they're gonna, I don't know what they're gonna, we only authorized 15,000 to buy Canadian made garbage bins. So hopefully,
Who's ordering them?
Meredith
Oh, okay,
from the Culture and Rec Center, yeah.
okay.
But like they should be in this summer, yeah, sooner than later, yeah.
Festival committee?
Mhm.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez, you guys.
Hope they're young,
Yeah, that's right.
lots of energy.
Younger than me.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay, what's next?
Next is the budget discussion.
Did we get approved? Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
we did, yeah. Well, we're gonna spend it on the litter, aren't we? Somehow advertising and
Yeah,
if
maybe,
there's any money left over, I'll take it. For sure.
yeah, maybe once we get it approved by council, we can start, yeah, advertising it.
Yeah.
Be like, this is your time, everyone, you know what I mean, if you want to adopt a block.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, last year we spent a chunk on those sandwich boards.
They got lost.
Yeah, and then they got,
I wonder where they are though, so they must be somewhere.
well, somebody must have taken them and you're using.
One that's going towards the dump, like the intersection,
Yeah.
is on this side of that intersect. I mean, it could easily have been picked up and fired into that very deep ditch.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
thinking that's where.
But you know, so
Yes.
who's going down there to get it? Not me. So
Yeah.
the one at the town or the one at the town beach,
Yeah.
it was literally laid down so that they could mow the lawns and everything, and then it was never put back up, and then it disappeared.
Yeah.
Probably in the bottom of the lake.
No,
Oh, yeah, with bicycles and all the rest of the, anyway.
Bummer.
It's probably not worth even investigating that again. We need something more.
Let's stick.
more stable, yeah.
Palette.
I mean, the Bombers put up their sandwich boards for their games and they don't disappear.
Yeah.
It's at the end, down at the roundabout.
Yeah.
Whatever you call it there.
Yeah.
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 People like hockey.
Yeah, let's see, let's see.
So we have $2,500 annually, and that runs from January 1 to December 31st.
Oh.
And so we try and spend it wisely and for purpose of the environment, right? So a lot of it's going to the garden.
Last couple of years, yeah, because we haven't spent it, so. Yeah, come November, it's like, okay, I'll take it, so we order wood or whatever, and
Right.
I get the invoice paid for before the end of December, and.
Do you know how they have the sign at the roundabout that it says the MRI contribution and Blueberry Festival sometime has their sign, you know, with the days? Could hazardous waste have a sign that goes on that board and just put the date?
Interesting.
That'd be good.
Save your hazardous waste, 'cause people do look at that, I think.
Yeah.
And then once we
That's
know
a
the
high
date.
profile sign.
Yeah.
And you could just, every year, if the date changes, you just change the date like they do on the Blueberry Festival sign.
Mhm.
And it's secured.
Oh, yeah,
But
that's,
some person has to go into the ditch. There's quite a ditch there, I think of, especially in the winter
Yeah.
time. But
I'll look at that sign again.
will you look into that then to see if we can do that? Are you on that chamber or that's,
Is that a chamber sign? Whose sign is it? Like who's put it up? Like who do you go through? Chamber?
Ask Christine.
Yeah.
We,
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's maybe it's like, yeah, like houses waste September. I don't know. We don't know the date yet.
no, but for the fall, save your hazardous waste for the fall.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty well, everybody comes in that way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except unless you're coming from
Yeah.
Picnic or something, but,
Mhm.
okay.
okay.
Any new business, next meeting?
September. September 4th. What happened to George? I got a message. I'll make sure.
So adjourn it.
At 5:55. You didn't, we